All right. Hi. It's just this abrupt end. There's no fade or anything. I was trying to play. I don't even know which one of these of my medications this is, but I was trying to play like a maraca, like a poor man's maraca. I honestly don't know what. Don't you hate that? You get medication, it says take as directed, and then you have to Google. I don't even remember. Maybe it's just me. Because I'm old. And when you're old, you have lots of medicines that you don't even remember what they do. Thanks for making time. This is At the Mic. This is the Friday live stream. If you missed yesterday's Thursday deep dive, Brad and I had Kelly Smith on to talk about the Kurt Cobain suicide. The audio is some of the finest that we've ever produced here, so you'll want to go and check that out for sure. We got to have her back on a Thursday to discuss. There's a lot of stuff we didn't get to that she had planned to talk about. So we'll do that again for sure. What else do I need to tell you? Of course, Hero Wes with the awesome thumbnails as usual. He's been doing great with that stuff. Having fun learning AI on the fly, and as we all are. And he's doing great work there. And I've already forgotten the schedule, but I think it's like we do the show live at 3 p.m. Eastern here on Twitter. And then he puts it on YouTube and Rumble at 8 o'clock at night. That's always the goal. Sometimes there's a rendering issue, and so it kind of delays it. And then the next morning, I think at 9 a.m. Eastern, is when you get the audio podcast showing up, Spotify, iTunes, iHeart. All of it's at themicshow.com if you'd like to check that out. And, of course, Instagram, where Gabby keeps things crazy. At The Mic Show over on Instagram. We're grateful for both Gabby and Wes for what they do behind the scenes. And I just realized, as I'm sitting up here in this hot and humid loft in my house, I need to turn the air on because it has been, the rainfall has been ridiculous and torrential here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Brad Staggs, could you, well, no, you're in the desert, so maybe you're not the best person to ask.
It's a steamy desert.
Yeah. What are you?
And steamy.
What are you doing out there?
No, we're in the drone. We're in the drone shot, so we're good. We're like hovering above the. You can't
highway.
Hear that, huh? You can't hear that echo.
A little bit now.
Well, it's the echo because we are. It's the echo from the ground because we are about 20, maybe 35 feet above the ground, and we have a big speaker aimed down at the crowd that's gathered outside the motel here, where we like to do. When we're on At the Mic on Fridays, we like to be in the drone from the sky,
I see.
Speaking to the crowd, and it's an exciting place to be.
Where's the crowd? I don't see the crowd there.
They're below us. They're right below us. They're not behind us in the cars.
What else can you tell us about your background?
Well, I always wanted to be in radio, and I started back when I was.
No, we're good. No, we're good. TheDailyMojo.com is where you do your thing every day.
Funny you should mention that because that's where I do my thing usually.
Yeah, and then of course you do the Saturday morning thing with Jeffy.
I do
on X.
Real Saturday morning live on Jeffy's X. Yeah, if I don't say Jeffy's X, he gets his panties get all bent out.
No, at Real Brad Staggs.
It's, you know what? If it makes him happier, I don't care.
Hold on a second. I just thought of something that I always try to avoid when I'm writing. I can never remember like the S apostrophe thing. No, not the plural and the possessive. I'm not retarded. It's like when it's Staggs. Is it if it's plural, like if it's Brad Staggs's X account?
Would it be Brad Staggs's?
I'm asking. Is it?
That's a good question. I think
my last name doesn't end in an S, or I'll be confused my entire life of how to write that. Staggs's S.
It could be Staggs's. The Stag. Well, what if you were talking about the whole Staggs's families?
See, I don't know, and it's not my problem because my last name doesn't end in an S. No. Someone else's whose last name doesn't end in an S is Rebecca. And we're rebranding you. We're not letting you pronounce your name the way you want to and the way it's supposed to be, Mistereggen, right? We're doing Mistereggen because this is America. And
spent all this time practicing.
We're giving homage to Ronald Reagan by saying your name the way it should be, and it's Mistereggen.
Yeah, okay, Keith. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And you're in which Scandinavian country again?
Norway.
Everyone knows
Norway.
I just wanted to start a fight.
Don't use Swedish blasphemy on me. That's not okay.
Blasphemy. That's a good band name right there. Let's see here.
That is good.
Yeah. So there you go. It's at Mr. Reagan on X. And tell us some of the good stuff that you're doing over there. And like, where do you want people to track you down?
Well, I want
That was
them to
poorly
track me
phrased.
down on my ex, obviously. I haven't put up a lot of video clips lately, but I will be doing that again in the future. And
Why so
it is
shy?
where I keep updated. It's not about shyness, Brad. It's about time.
You need to come out more.
Yeah. It's about time.
You crawl out of your shell.
I'm in the space of reading and investigating. So right now is just yeah. Yeah, you can say that.
Is it scary stuff? Are we going to be scared when what you're reading is revealed?
No, I don't think so.
Well, but here's the thing: is you've got an advantage, because if you're out investigating, it's like James O'Keefe and his people when they go out and they like undercover and they're like, hey, on the date. And you go out and you're like trying to get information from somebody, especially men, because men are pigs. They're probably just like shoveling information to you, aren't they?
I'll tell you what I did once. I did go. I met with at the time the financial minister's brother, because he was putting up a big wind park company and battery factory. You probably heard of them. They're called Freyr. They moved to the U.S. when Biden said something about like he was giving away money for people with green visions. Anyway, at the time I was much younger and very much blonder, so I just batted my eyes and said, "Tell me more," and he did.
And he shoveled it to you, didn't he? I tell you, it's so. Men are whores. Gay men are super whores.
Oh, that should be a T-shirt.
That's true.
Men are whores.
Men are whores. Gay men are super whores.
Okay, I like it. What's going on with your lighting today? I mean, not to nitpick. I'm not nitpicking. I appreciate you being here. It looks something's different. Is there another thing behind?
I'm not blue. I'm blue. I blew myself.
I didn't say that. I didn't even give you a color. I just said what's going on.
No, but I look up and I see I'm blue, and I'm starting to think it's the artificial light up here in the drone.
Are you sad? What's going on?
I'm not sad at all. I'm happy to be spending time with you.
Yeah,
and her.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. I have to give a shout out to Michael Booth, who sent me the greatest gift today over at the Blaze, where my day job exists. Yes, and he sent the kindest letter.
Oh.
He lives in Utah, and so he is a fan of the University of Utah. And one of the things on Pat Gray Unleashed is that Pat likes to say that only the fans of Utah are godless animals, or something to that effect. And he wanted to extend an olive branch, and wow, he sure did. Because he sent me my favorite baseball team are the Atlanta Braves. And my favorite player of all time is Dale Murphy. And he sent me this framed 5 Dale Murphy baseball cards, all signed. Hey, do y'all play baseball over in Sweden, Norway? Thank you, Mike. I am so pumped about this thing, man. I love this so much. Michael Booth, everybody. So, what's your favorite sport? What's the national pastime in Sweden, Norway?
In Sweden, Norway, that is rape.
God. It is now. In the last 10 years, it is now. Okay, before the third world invasion, let's go back 30 years. What was the national pastime of Sweden, Norway before it became rape?
So the popular sports over here is soccer and handball and skiing, obviously. Well, not so much Sweden, maybe, because Sweden sucks. So Norway, skiing.
This is good.
Wait a minute. Isn't the national sport Dancing Queen?
Somehow Brad sounds like an alien to me. Is it just me?
Yeah, he sounds fine to me.
Do I sound weird?
He sounds fine to me. How about everybody else on the chat?
Or is she just getting me back for suggesting scenes?
Oh, okay, sweet.
Now she can't hear me.
Because I can't hear what he's saying, so his insults are just like passing
They're
by
falling on
me.
deaf ears.
Oh, I see
I
what's
didn't
happening.
do anything. What's
Okay.
happening?
I don't know.
You just said I see what's happening.
Well, I think she's lying, and I hope it's not a real technical issue, because if it is, then I'm gonna panic. Okay, so
Snakes don't lie. Do I sound weird?
than normal.
Am I the only one hearing Alien Brad like going in and out and not catching what he's saying?
Yeah, why don't you disconnect and reconnect, Brad, and let's see what happens.
This is just your way of getting rid
He's
of me,
back.
isn't it?
Now he's normal.
Now he's normal. Okay. No, I swear, I have
Don't touch
nightmares.
anything.
I am having nightmares now about the technical issues on this freaking live stream. It's becoming an issue. For
Okay, so it looks like it's just on my end.
Okay.
Maybe
I
it's
do this,
StreamYard
does it
doing
sound better?
because of all the bullying. Maybe.
Oh, hold on. It sounds better because Brad's doing that now. That's how we bring in the signal better. Good job.
She's not old enough to remember rabbit ears.
Oh, right. Now, how does TV over in Norway, Sweden? Do you guys? Did you use the regular rabbit ears the way us old tiny folk here did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to do this?
Did you have to do this to get the signal in? I mean, I've stood at the TV with my hand on it to hold the picture. I am not. That's not beneath me. Hey, I want to tell y'all. Make sure that everybody knows about this. Write this down, because this is an important website. Check it out later. Obviously, don't leave now. That'd be rude. But WeWon'tBeCancelled.org. WeWon'tBeCancelled.org. I tweeted about this earlier this week, and the guy who runs it, Dan, he is such an awesome guy. You're going to WeWon'tBeCancelled.org right now. I can hear you typing, damn it. Boy, I said later.
Well, I am.
So anyway, he raises money for whistleblowers, like people that see something wrong and blow the whistle and then get canceled and then lose their paychecks. He fills in that gap nicely. He's an incredibly nice guy. He didn't even ask for this publicity. I just wanted to give it to him. So there.
That's cool.
Super nice guy. We will not be canceled.
No,
.org.
no. We won't.
I'm sorry, we won't be canceled. Thank you. I seriously, I put this damn thing over here, and as soon as I did, I said, "That's too close to the trash can, bro. You're gonna accidentally throw that away later." So
canceled. You know what? They were smart because they did canceled. See, as you guys are trained journalists, well, Rebecca is, and so canceled. Do you spell that with one L or two?
Right. You got to buy both domains, and so he did, huh?
He did, because I put two L's in canceled, and it still went to canceled with one L.
Does Brad sound okay to you, Rebecca?
Yeah, sounds okay to me now. Yeah, he's not canceled at the moment.
I'm just
I mean, he sounds like him.
Well, actually, now he doesn't sound fine again.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
That's weird.
Am I pushing too hard?
I bet there were some fiber optic cables that the Americans accidentally cut there.
Right.
And your
No, it was the two Ukrainians and a yacht.
I am not. I'm actually recording this on my phone now, so you can hear what I hear, Keith.
Oh, this is gonna sound like possession. I can't wait. Let's hear. Okay, so say something, Brad.
Well, she's not doing it right. I mean, she's going to do it right now. So
oh my God, I have to record that again. Hold on. Do it again.
Okay, to do it.
Remember,
again.
women in electronics are like alcohol and firearms. They don't necessarily go together.
Okay.
Do I sound like a...
I'm going to play this back now.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
He was making fun of your mama, by the way, when he was saying that.
What was wrong with...
Right? I tried to tell him to stop.
Well, it's because she's from Finland. Is it me? Should I?
Yeah, why don't you just...
Me?
I heard beach in there. I hope that you were talking about the beach, Brad.
I never said anything of the sort.
You gotta...
Look, I'm leaving.
Oh, no.
Oh, he went.
Wow, I seriously, that's really strange. He sounds great to everybody except for you.
Except me, yeah. It's that's because of all the bullying. It gets to StreamYard. They cancel him.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, how do you spell this word? I want to get. I don't want to taint the jury pool. How do you pronounce this word?
Turmeric?
Okay. All right. Let's see what Brad thinks. He'll probably answer in some strange Ewok language.
Hey, Dragon Rapid.
Oh, don't you dare do that to her. How do you pronounce this?
Is it spelled right? Because is it turmeric?
That's how I pronounce it. But I've been seeing videos lately of people saying,
Did you leave an R out? Turmeric.
Yeah, they're saying turmeric.
That's what Rebecca just said.
Turmeric, yeah. That's how I would say it anyway. But then again, English is not my first language.
Mine either.
I mean, when you live in the Netherlands, I don't know what else. Okay, so
why do you keep coming back for this?
So
I don't know.
So she says you're right. I guess I've had it wrong all these years. I've been calling it.
There you go.
Turmeric. It's like umbrella, right?
What? There wasn't any change in what you said.
Wait, umbrella. Screw it, man.
You're trying to. It's an umbrella.
Yeah, but some people say umbrella.
Wait, what'd you say, Rebecca?
Umbrella.
Yeah. She said it right.
Okay,
it's umbrella.
Hey,
or bumbershoot.
It's unreasonable that I am upset about my experience today with this Wingstop card. I thought that when I found this in a parking lot, ironically at a Taco Bell, I thought, I only eat the best food.
Were you on another drug run?
And I found this in the parking lot, and I got so excited. But so I came home and I went to the website and I went through all of the hard work of typing in this long, like 20-digit code and the PIN number, and guess how much this card is worth? Guess.
0?
4 cents.
0. So let me ask you, Taco Bell. Do you really eat Taco Bell?
Back off.
No, I'm asking because I'm going to give everybody a great tip out there. Okay, so this is the thing. If you ever have it in you to fly to Europe or the UK or Europe, all of Europe.
Wait, does Greenland count, or is that technically America now?
Don't ever get Mexican food because it's not Mexican food.
Now, what would make you say that
good Mexican food here?
So, what would make you say that Mexican food from Britain isn't real Mexican food?
It tastes like every time I get so disappointed. So, Mexican food in Texas and in California and all over the south of the US is great, right? And even in Mexico, it's great. But if you go to Europe and you're like, oh, I want some Mexican food, let's go to Los Tacos. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Don't do
it. Rebecca, did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
No, I have not.
Then you've never seen Better Call Saul either. Then you don't know anything about Los Pollos Hermanos.
Do they not have that over in Poland where you live? Come on now.
Oh my God, Keith, I'm gonna slap you.
Please don't do that. Okay, let's see here.
It's really good. You're missing it. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch Breaking Bad.
I'm saving it for a time where I'm locked inside.
Oh, COVID round 2?
You never know, Keith. You never know.
I know, man. That's not even funny.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I mean, seriously. Don't give these sons of bitches any ideas. Okay, who wants to go first? Rebecca, what's the most random hobby you've ever tried or wanted to try? This is a family show. That disclaimer is mostly for Brad.
I mean, hobby. Who has hobbies?
Hold on. Can you hear? Is Brad sounding like a Ewok still, or a robot, or what? Is he better?
Describe better.
Yeah, he's better.
Okay, good.
I don't know if it's better, but
it is.
Okay.
Why do I keep coming back?
I mean, Keith. No, I don't know. Like, I don't really have hobbies.
That's cool. All right. So someone didn't read the email. How about you, Brad?
I did read the email, but
hobbies didn't care.
Didn't care. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I only have one hobby. I mean, it's fantasy football, and boy, I suck at that. So I get you.
That's not a hobby.
What would you call fantasy football then?
What even is a hobby?
Job?
I feel hobby is like a category of things that was invented for old people dating. Like, sorry, but that's what I
It's something to do on Friday night because you don't go out anymore and have a good time.
That's not what I mean. Like it's invented to put in your online profile to see if you have something in common with other people. That's what I meant. Like,
wait, hold on. Are long walks on the beach a hobby?
Maybe. I don't know. What is a hobby?
I enjoy washing the puppy. What?
Euphemism? That's probably a euphemism.
No.
Let's see.
Why? What is wrong with you two? It's just when you wash the puppy, it's you have a small dog and you give it a bath.
You don't have no bullcrap. You don't have a dog, man. Stop it.
Don't you have a cat?
I do. That makes this so much weirder, doesn't it? Okay.
No.
Well, I do.
No, we're moving.
Actually, I do take a shower with the cat. That's it. He got a bath last time. Well, but it's more of a shower. But here's a tip. Don't ever shower with a cat like naked. Bad idea.
Very bad idea.
Very, very bad.
Very bad.
Yeah, extremely.
Unless you're preparing for Halloween.
Well, yes, yeah. If you're preparing for Halloween, then that's just what we call a shortcut. But that'd be a hobby.
Questioning my life choices that brought me to this moment.
You're the one who wanted to know about
with Brad Staggs about taking showers with things. So okay,
like a soaking wet.
This next question
and stuff
is stupid. I don't know who came up with this one, but Brad, what's the weirdest food combo you've ever tried? What is that? I don't understand that question.
I don't even know. I was going to say I'm not really sure either. Is that like Chinese with?
I don't know. In my defense, I probably came up with these while I was drunk. So let's move on. What's a quirky habit you have that most people don't know about? Oh, God, no.
I got washing the puppy.
I have got to start thinking about Brad's answers before I come up.
Most people think that washing the puppy means, like showering with the dog, but
holy crap!
I don't know what you mean.
Look at the time. Okay, I don't know.
What was the question?
I don't know. Rebecca, do you want to answer this question?
Can you repeat the question, please?
I'll use it in a sentence.
Can you use it in a sentence?
What habit you have that most people don't know about?
Huh? I think most people don't know about any of my habits, but this kind of goes into from the last episode. Every morning, I do red light therapy.
What's that mean?
Like I look like a transformer. I put a mask on and put the light on, like for my skincare.
Does that work?
Yes.
How old are you? 82?
Yes. I am 82 years old.
I'll be damned. I mean, that's good stuff. Okay.
Right. Is that why they call it the red light district?
Oh, gosh, make it stop.
No, because those look old and worn out.
Going back to washing the puppy.
I swear, I mean, should the bell just be going the entire time like this?
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
Okay, now let me answer this one first, and that will give you some idea, I guess. What's the most unexpected thing you've ever binge watched or gotten obsessed with? For me, it's so easy, and it's Downton Abbey. I love that show.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Is there any show or anything like that it doesn't seem like it would be in your wheelhouse that you ended up absolutely loving?
I mean, I have several, which I think maybe might be weird to others. So I'm a huge crime fan, and so Poirot, I think I watched every episode at least 3 times every single season.
Wait, what is it?
Atros Poirot.
Yes, Hercule Poirot. In fact, the Agatha Christie character played by David Suchet.
That's Tamara.
The who?
It's Tamara Christie.
It is British. British.
Her name is what's her first name again?
Agatha.
Oh.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What's the first what?
Brad's right. It's Agatha. Yep.
Okay. What the one?
That's how they pronounce it in Germany.
The one chick's name in ABBA that begins with an A. How do you say her name? Or actually, both begin with an A. So. The one that's AG. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know the names of them, actually. I don't remember because I don't give a shit about ABBA because it's Swedish.
Aren't you gay? It's Agnaetha. I think that's the way you spell it, but I'm not sure. I just didn't do that from memory. I had to read it. How would you say that name?
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Because I know she's going to say it the right way because, they're all those people are the same over there and they pronounce stuff a different way, like Agatha.
Is it Agneta you're thinking about?
See, I knew it. See, I would have said Agnetha, but you said, say it again.
Agneta.
She makes it sound better. She said, I mean,
that's because she's from Denmark.
It's those Denmarkians. Do you speak Denmarkian?
I do. I can say rød med fløte.
Oh my gosh, hold on. I got a question. How many languages do you speak?
I speak Norwegian and English, and then I can do the occasional sentences in Danish and Swedish, but I can read Danish very well because our written language are pretty much the same. I struggle with reading Swedish, but I can understand what they're saying because as a child, we all watch Swedish cartoons. So there you go.
Nothing funnier than a Swedish cartoon. I've always Do you think Scooby-Doo is funny?
I saw Scooby-Doo in Swedish, actually, but I also saw Pippi Longstocking. And
I love Pippi Longstocking.
Is that the chick with the hair that does the wild nonsense?
The monkey and the horse, and her father is the king of Negroes.
He's the king of Negroes.
They actually, the woke mob went back and they changed him to be the king of the seven oceans instead of the Negro king, which he originally is in the book.
They did the same thing with Black Sambo.
I am going to tell you why this is the Negro king. It's inspired by a true story about a Swedish man that was washed ashore in Papua New Guinea and married the princess, became the king of the tribe, and made them a lot of money. True story.
And became the Negro king.
Yes.
Why does that stuff? I don't understand why that gets canceled. It's like I said, like Little Black Sambos.
It's a true story, and she used this for Pippi Longstocking stories.
Sambo's restaurant was a great restaurant, and then
Flensburg B. He's saying rød med fløte.
Oh yeah, he's actually.
Heard the garrison.
Flensburg's actually in Denmark.
Bergen.
Yeah. He has the Danish flag, yeah.
Are we
going to get censored for putting that up on the screen there from Flensburg?
No, it's red porridge with cream is what it says.
Okay, interesting. Let's see here.
Some young guy, yeah.
Okay, what's your binge watch obsession deal there, Brad?
I'm not done with Pippi Longstocking.
Very well.
Well, you should see the show.
It's been a long time. That was on like when I remember that being on Channel 5 when we lived in California, and I was like in 5th grade and maybe 6th, 7th grade. And it would come on Channel 5, and that's all I remember, the big long braided hair, and it would stick up, and Pippi Longstocking. That was weird. What?
Yeah.
And is she like 112 now, whoever played Pippi Longstocking?
Oh, nice.
Oh, no. She's very much still alive and not that old, and she's very feminist, and she hates everybody. And she thinks that role ruined her for life because nobody wanted to marry her.
I think they didn't want to marry her because she's, is that, are we talking about Inger Nielsen?
Is that her name? She's a redhead, right?
Yep. Let me see if I can stick this over here.
Whoa.
Let me see if this can you
let me know when you want me to put it on the screen there.
See if you can there we go.
Okay.
That's a Inger Nielsen.
Her hair isn't doing
that is not her. Well,
make your hair do the thing, chick.
Yeah, that is her. Yeah, that is her.
Inger Nielsen. She was cute when she was younger, and then something happened.
Yep.
Well, every Christmas I still see
can't all wear red light masks, Brad.
At night.
At night. Right, Rebecca? 82 years old.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There she is. There you go. That's her when she was a younger version of herself with the monkey.
Yeah, there she is.
They did that.
She was my idol when I was a child, and she could do, her saying is, I have never done that before, so I'm probably really great at it.
That was what she used to say?
Yeah.
On
And
the
she
show?
was strong. She could lift cars and stuff. She lived on her own in her own house with a horse and a monkey. And her dad was away because he was the king of Negroes. And her mama was dead.
Wait,
That's a full-time job. If you've never tried it, being the king of Negroes, is it?
I'm telling you, Pippi Longstocking is the shizzle.
She's the schniz.
Mhm.
Do you want to move on to the next question?
You are so on the edge of your seat, aren't you, Keith? You're just like you are about to worry yourself into a hole.
No, I'm just wondering what your binge watch obsession is.
I'm thinking. I'm still now. I'm kind
You
of
didn't read
obsessed
the
with.
email.
I did read the email.
Rebecca read the email all the way over in France, and you didn't.
There's the Pippi Longstocking.
Right.
But she was.
Oh, wait, is there another picture?
That's another, but that's the Pippi Longstocking. Binge. What's the weirdest binge watch? Something made me cry,
Oh no,
and it was weird.
I
What
didn't.
was it? I didn't realize I could cry either. Then it came out of me. I was like, "Holy shit! What am I doing?"
Am I still a man?
I don't like this water coming from the eyes.
I found the name of him. His name is Carl Emil Pettersson, and he was the king of cannibals.
Fine young cannibals.
In 1904, the Swedish seaman.
Yeah, say it faster.
Who doesn't love the Swedish seaman?
His boat was a wreck, and he was washed ashore on Papua New Guinea, where they were cannibals.
Okay,
He used to paddle around in a douche canoe. It was amazing.
is that right?
He manipulated the king to make him marry the daughter so he can make him rich, and he did make the king rich. So when the king died, he got his place as a king.
Was his daughter Pippi Longstocking?
Well, no, not in real life, but that's where the story about Pippi's dad comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because if you came out and the chick with the monkey on her shoulder is like, "You're going to marry my daughter." Nope. Thank you. I don't think so. I have other plans.
Brad.
I'm trying to remember what it was that it was something I just watched, and it was like something you wouldn't think, but it wasn't really a binge. It brought out the sensitive side of me, and occasionally that happens, either when I see something deeply moving or the meds.
Right, sure. Rebecca, if you could play any professional sport well, what would you want that to be?
Oh, good question. I think I would want to do like motocross or something like that. I'm not really a team sport person, so it would have to be a sport where I can just,
That sounds like dangerously close to being a hobby.
What do you mean?
Wait, no. How? No, it's not.
Is it a sport? Oh, is it a sport?
Are you
It's
kidding?
a sport. It is a huge sport.
Do you never watch the X Games?
Okay. I'm just asking.
Have you never
It's
seen
just
the
like
X Games?
adrenaline sport. It's not the kind of like team.
I don't know how to define the word sport anymore. But
If you watch those guys riding those bikes in the X Games.
If I call NASCAR a sport, then I have to call motocross a sport.
Motocross is a sport.
Okay.
And it's awesome.
I mean, you have to be athletic to have that kind of longevity.
It's more of a sport than NASCAR.
Yeah. And
NASCAR, you just have to be a good driver, and how
this
hard
is like terrain, and you do tricks like high in the air and stuff. It's like
yeah.
That's athletic. That's definitely athletic. Yeah. Okay.
And remember, if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
Thank you. Absolutely. Brad, what sport / recreational activity / hobby would you want to be really good at?
I'd like to be better at sewing.
Wait, Daguerreo's the winner, by the way. Hang on.
Ice sculptures.
After 30 years of age, staying up past 9 is an extreme sport. That's right.
I know it's actually past 9 here, and I'm 82. Remember, so I am an extreme sports person, right?
You are well.
Bless you. I didn't realize that in Portugal the time was that late. Okay.
It's amazing. They're legendary. The Portuguese are legendary for staying up past 9.
You said underwater basket weaving, or what did you say?
No, I said springing, sewing.
Sewing.
Sewing. I'd like to be a better sewer, a seamster. not a teamster, but a seamster. I have a sewing machine. I'm just not very good at it.
So is it? Tell me about the PSL, the Professional Sewing League. You didn't.
That's too much like being a Mason. I could tell you about it, but then I'd have to kill you.
Did you know that Jordan Peterson did a whole thing on knitting, because there was knitting groups that were meeting, and I don't know, this was a whole thing.
Knitting is supposed to be one of those things that CEOs do, because it uses the other side of your brain from the business side, if that's a thing. And so they would go and wasn't it Rosie Greer that would talk about doing that? You go and find and start knitting, and then because you're focused on that, your brain is thinking about this, then it works on the business problems in your head.
Happens to me when I shower. Is that the same thing? Because I can be in the shower, I'm like, oh, I need to write that down, and I have to exit and just write it on my phone, because I get a lot of my article stuff when I'm showering.
Why don't you put a dry erase board in your shower?
Yeah, I've threatened to do that many times, actually.
I mean, I'm not a bad.
What is it? Is it hot water that stimulates our brains? Stop, Brad. I just wonder what the thing is there, because that's weird. Okay, so
I'm just glad she said shower.
What did you think she said?
I don't know. I listen in slow motion sometimes, and sometimes it's not good.
Okay.
That's all.
If you had a chance to expose a major injustice, but it would ruin an innocent person's life, would you do it? Example, every person on the Epstein list would be revealed, but one person revealed would be completely innocent. Brad?
Would we know that person...
Norway. Sorry. Would we know? Well, no, we would not know that the person was innocent, because there, let's say 1,000 people.
How can we adjust to this question if we don't know that the person is innocent? Because if we don't know that, then definitely I would just yes, put it all out there, because I would know, right?
Yeah, but they know that they're innocent, but yet they're implicated somehow.
But then they're not innocent.
Well, I'm saying I realized I was drunk when I came up with these questions. I've already conceded
the premise. I have to disagree with your premise, because
hold on. Let me rephrase this, and then if it still doesn't make sense, then we can move on. But I want to listen to your thoughts. Let's say the Epstein list actually comes out, and there are 1,000 people on it, and 999 of them are heinous bastards who deserve electrocution or whatever the hell we give pedos. Okay, and then there's that one person that we think is guilty as all the rest of them. This person is saying, no, I'm innocent. No, I didn't do anything to anybody. And that's the truth. Would you still want that list to come out that rightfully implicates the 999?
Yes, because I don't know that person is innocent.
Oh my gosh. For this exercise, you do.
Well, then
I think.
Why are they on the list if they're innocent?
And I would say yes, and then if I knew the person was innocent, I'll just take him off the list.
Or after the list comes out, you come out and advocate for the innocent person. Say, look, I knew that their name was going to be in there, but no, I take them. I vouch for them.
No, you don't know he's innocent. Nobody knows he's innocent except for him.
So
I'm
going to educate you right now on how to ask an ethical question.
Shit, she just mansplained you.
All the way from Spain.
Cough. Would you let all 3 die, or would you save 2 and have 1 die?
I don't know. I'm not good at math. That's my out.
Would you kill baby Hitler?
Yeah, right. That's basically where we're at, right? With this premise.
Would you kill baby Hitler?
You would go back in time. Well, for you were alive back then, so you could have done it yourself, and clearly you didn't. All right. So, what do we think about these?
I just want to compliment you on your moisturization. I think whatever regimen you're using, it's keeping you remarkably moisturized.
Thank you. I think you're talking to me and not Keith, right?
Yes.
Excuse me. Okay. So, what do we think about this? The deaths of now? Is it 3 Epstein accusers now? 2 had overdoses.
That's hinky as shit.
Right. Do we know the cause of death? How was the dad? What's her name? Virginia
Giuffre.
Giuffre. Her dad said what? You were reading me something yesterday, Brad.
Her dad said there's no way she wasn't suicidal. She didn't kill herself. They got to her.
Wow, they got to her. Okay. Because have we heard? I looked. Have we heard how she died exactly?
They
Nope.
said suicide, right? That's all.
No, but, right,
Like
I got it. But I'm saying, did she hang herself? Did she jump off a cliff? You know, it's like,
don't know.
I have no idea, but then again, I haven't dug into that case, so I have no idea.
okay.
She did come out, and again, it was 6 years ago that she tweeted or put out the note that she was not suicidal. So if anything happened to her, people needed to look into it. But again, that was 5 or 6 years ago. A lot of shit can happen in that time.
She's gone through a lot of stuff since then.
Right. But given the circumstances, it's hatey as hell.
I want to know the more details around the bus running into her, crashing into her.
That's just, I mean, it seems to me like there's somebody tried twice and was successful the second time.
That's what it feels like anyway. Yep.
But that's just me. Or and then there's the chick that jumped out of the airplane to commit suicide.
I wonder why haven't that list been public?
That's a good question.
Like, that's what I want to know.
Well, on the Thursday deep dive, was it last week? I think it was. Steve Baker just thinks that there's going to be so much political fallout from it that there are members of both parties here in the U.S. that are fighting to keep it under wraps. And he's probably right.
What if there is no list?
What if there's no list? It's already been destroyed. It probably was destroyed while he was waiting trial.
But what if there was never a quote unquote list? I mean, what when we say list, what do we mean a list? Like,
I think this goes back to what
September 12th, Bob Jones, what's her name? And she was 16 and signed.
I don't know all the
Epstein.
details, but I feel like the FBI has a lot of stuff under wraps.
I feel like he would have extensive records because he was a blackmailer, right?
Well,
so there would be videos, there would be pictures, there would be names. There's the his little black book, his address book, yes.
That's been out, though. That's been released.
And then there's the flight records, complete flight records, which we haven't seen, and then probably other stuff. And as long as they're not transparent about it, well, I'm just gonna assume everybody's a pedo.
Okay, but then you get into because the word gets tossed around a lot. Pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
There's pedophile. Pedophile is when you are aroused by a prepubescent human being.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about humans who were 15, 16, 17. I'm not saying it's right, but that's technically not pedophilia. That's there's a word for it when you are
well, if you go back to that first case he was arrested for and convicted in, where he had all these girls come by his house and give him massages and stuff,
right?
I think these girls were younger than 15, 16. But still, you can argue the fact that most of these girls were entering their teen years, but they're still children, and you still know that they're children, and their mind is not developed in the way where they can make rational decisions for themselves. Right.
And I'm not excusing it. I just the word pedophile to me conjures up, kiddie porn with 7 and 8 year olds.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, if I saw a 13-year-old boy, I wouldn't go like, ooh, that's hot, like,
well, you're 82. That's creepy. So
yes, that would be really creepy.
I think what the issue, let's say that they were all of legal age, all of the victims. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that our decision makers have clearly been compromised is an issue that needs to be addressed. What kind of policy decisions were made because of the influence that a blackmailer had over them? And to KCMC squared, that's remember the FBI went to Epstein Island and seized all sorts of stuff. Was right? Was that where it was, or maybe it was a different property? Now I forget, because that son of a bitch had property out in New Mexico. But I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on address book. The video library. I mean, that's the thing, is that there are reported videos and
see, that would be that right there is you're smoking. Well, although in the age of AI, who knows?
Yeah.
But that would be to me that's more damning than the little black book with the entries in it. If you've got video of Prince Andrew boffing anybody under 18. And then, you get, which, I mean, look at Prince Andrew. He's the.
Well, there's a picture of him, so he's just compromised altogether. Like, he's disgusting. The fact that he's a part of the royal family in England is
he's just skeevy all the way around.
Yeah.
Which is why, hell, even the royal family is like, no, you can't even live in the guest house anymore.
Exactly.
Did you see? Did y'all have anything else you want to say on this topic?
I do actually. I wanted to point out that where is it? Canada. Criminal Code of Canada, Section 150.1, frequently asked questions, age of consent to sexual activity. Justice Canada applies only to people who are 12 and 13 years old. When someone is 12 or 13, they are able to consent to sexual activity with a person who is less than 2 years older than they are.
Right. There's like tiered sexual approval, whatever. Yeah, that's
in most countries. The age of consent's between 16 and 18. And was it the Iraqi government last year changed its laws to lower the age of consent for girls to as young as 9.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. Where was this?
Yes, Iraq.
Afghanistan. Oh, Iraq.
Yeah, I think we know what's up there.
You ever been there?
You gotta follow in the steps of.
Did you know that the Taliban is inviting people to come over for tourism, and they opened their spa hotel?
I'm a pass.
I'm a pass too.
How much what's the nightly rate?
I don't know, but they trained all their warriors that are not in a war anymore to accept tourists. So they've been to school all the spring last year, so they could come greet you at the airport and take you around to see all the Buddhist.
That's what I'm doing.
Sorry, the Buddhist statues are blown up. All the desert.
Well, where's it? Have you ever been to Iraq? Either one of you?
No.
I went back in, was it 2015, 16, whenever we went over with Mercury One to move the Christians out of, not Mosul. Where was that? I mean, it's in Iraq. Anyway, it's weird because you're driving along and it's like, it's a lot like the geography is like Texas or Tennessee. But so you'll be driving along. It's like pretty, aside from the signs being in Arabic, I guess. But then all of a sudden, you'll see a building that's like bombed out.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just this weird dichotomy of looks like normal civilization intermixed with, vacant bombed out stuff. And then at that time, I think it was Turkey and Iraq that were getting ready to trade missiles. And so all the power would go out, and it would go out randomly during the day and at night. You'd be sitting there, you try to interview somebody with a light on, all of a sudden the power would go boom.
Oh no.
Then it would come back up, and people get used to it.
Yeah, that's winter in Texas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's just it's a very weird place. It messes with your sense of reality.
Flensburg says that Denmark got most of the Christians out of there. Norwegian, that's a funny name for a town.
Oh yeah, Kirkuk. That's right. Yeah, Kirkuk. Yep.
Kirkuk.
You remember going to Kirkuk?
You might as well say puppy. Washing your puppy.
Oh no.
What's wrong with washing my puppy?
In Kirkuk.
What is that? Wow.
Sorry, that's really funny.
What is wrong with her? You didn't say she was that crazy.
I don't know. Something about the word Kirkuk does it for her.
I know I was washing.
Did you?
Want to wash the puppy?
Wash the puppy. That's the B-side. Okay, so did you see that 30,000 New Yorkers fled the city? Because we knew during COVID especially that right-thinking individuals that lived in blue areas in the U.S. were like, I got to get the hell out of here. And they were moving to places like Florida, and they were moving to places where there was more freedom. A lot of them moved to Texas. Joke's on them. So I just thought this was a fun little nugget from this story here, that Annette, 30,000 New Yorkers fled the city. Now, Brad, can you find out how much? Who's the EPA guy? Last name starts with a Z.
Bob Schmegenlifter.
Okay, Bob Schmegenlifter. No, Lee Zeldin. Look up and see how many votes he lost by. to be governor a few years back. Anyway, they brought with them $9.2 billion in annual income. Ha! Suck it, New York.
Right.
So actually,
And he lost to Kathy Hochul 53 to 46%.
no. But look at the total number of votes, if you can.
Hey, Grok. He a margin of 377, 834 votes. That's
oh my God, Grok has been wokeized. Can I say that? Woke. Grok is woke. His charge has been
Vice-Gordon-Tingen.
Kirkuk. What? Tell me what? I don't understand what you're saying. What now?
Grok is lying half of the time. I have to go.
No, that's true. It's getting stuff wrong.
Grok doesn't lie.
Grok is my friend.
That is a nice puppy.
And it's
Nice, huge puppy.
That is a big Baldar. Is that
big
right?
ass puppy.
Balded.
Bald head.
Balded. It's the name of the goddess of beauty in
His name of what? Name of
Norse mythology.
Oh,
he's a Balchinian.
Actually, he's a Russian blue.
We're
Which
related.
makes me a
I blew
Buddhist or
myself.
something, I think.
what'd you say? What did you say? Norway.
I said he's the Russian blue, so that probably makes me a Putinist or something.
Oh yeah, and then Brad's just a smart.
That is huge.
Okay, we got it. A
Really?
big boy.
I mean, look at the size of that tag.
Okay.
He's a good boy, he is.
That is a wow. His head is as big as yours.
No, that's not true.
It looks like it though from this angle. You know,
But he's a big boy. He's like 7 kilos.
Oh dear God!
shit,
How
how much is that?
Don't do that. We're not doing metric on this show. You understand me? You need to honestly get that through your mind right now. We're not doing metric. What is
Jimmy?
it?
Damn you, Jimmy Carter. 7 kilos in pounds.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes.
20 pounds.
15 and a half pounds.
He's a big boy.
That's a big ass pussy.
All right.
It
Bell.
is.
I think Bell. Bell now, Keith. Bell.
It's a
Sorry. No, that blew right past the bang, man. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with having a big pussy like that.
You guys need to have you seen the best places to live in the US? You see that list came out this week?
No. Where is the best place to live in the U.S.?
Here in Dallas Fort Worth in a little town called Flower Mound, Texas. Isn't that something?
I can see happiness from my backyard.
Yeah,
Back club.
Up on the roof. I can
almost pee. I can almost pee into the happiest place.
So you are that close to the happiest place. How does it feel? It's like, do you feel like you're on the wrong side of the Berlin Wall?
It's disappointing actually, because you realize, you look down and you go, God, just over that fence, they are happy as hell over there.
But you can like imagine that they're looking at you, so you have the best view. You're viewing the happy place. They have to view the non-happy place outside their windows.
Wait a minute, but I feel like she insulted me without.
Yeah, I was trying to figure this one out.
Feels like I feel vaguely dissed.
Hold on. Are you saying that what makes them happy is that they can see?
That's because I commented on the size of her cat, isn't it? It's just because she's got a 15-pound cat. She's all down on me.
Number 2 is Carmel, Indiana. Sugarland, Texas.
I love Sugarland, Texas.
Okay, any place that close to Houston sucks. Okay.
I love Sugarland. Sugarland, honey.
Is it?
I've stayed in Sugarland for months and months and months. You know, Sugarland is my place.
I didn't know Sugarland was your place.
It is.
Houston,
it is my place.
Hold on. Do you like Houston?
No one likes Houston.
No one likes. Only Pat Gray likes Houston. Only Pat Gray.
I love Sugarland.
That's because you're from
great. And besides, the thing is that it's close to Galveston. It takes about an hour, and you're at the beach.
We are dangerously close to getting butthole from Cat there. Let's
Can we if we play?
Oh my God, Brad's an alien again.
Am I really?
Oh.
Right now, am I? First, Gemurning Herfen Argen.
Okay, bye, Brad. Go to time.
Do I have to do it again?
I'll bring you back.
Wait.
I'll bring you back, maybe.
I wanted. Can we play the McGuire Sisters Sugar Time?
No.
Will that get us kicked out?
I just don't want to give Wes more work with YouTube. Okay, so just sing it for us.
Shush, Sugar Time.
Good job.
Do I still sound bad? She can't even understand me, can she?
Can you hear Brad? Does he sound like an alien still?
Still alien to me.
Okay, get out, Brad. Get out.
Why do people always make me leave their home?
Get out.
Get out.
Fun fact: Brad is the only person that Matilda the dog does not like. So there's that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot. There's you can really tell a lot about a person by how animals how does he sound now?
English morning.
Like he's trying to speak European.
Okay,
so
very good.
But the bird hole cat.
Let's see.
Thank you, Lep.
Sugar Time.
I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Rebecca has some of the most beautiful.
Oh my God, you turned alien again.
Damn it.
I don't know what is happening.
It's me, isn't it? It's something I said.
It's probably you.
If I got to go again?
I don't know what to tell you. Now Rebecca will only laugh at my jokes.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, whenever you talk, she'll do the little like you know, like when you're talking to somebody and you cannot understand what they're saying, and it's like, yeah, that's how you're.
När jag pratar norsk till dig så skönner inte du.
Right, yeah, Yep. Let's see here. Where's Brad? Here we go. Let's try to get Brad.
Can I
Hi,
ask you?
Brad, talk to us.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, now he sounds fine again, but I'm afraid to say so because suddenly he sounds like an alien. But can I ask you a question, Keith? Is there any place north on that list?
Oh, I threw it away. Naperville? Is it Naperville, Illinois? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah.
Naperville. Oh, Napierville.
Whatever the hell. That was number 4. And then Roswell, Georgia, where a buddy of mine lives in Metro Atlanta, was number 5. I asked him, do you feel like you live in the 5th happiest place in America? And I don't know that I can read his entire response. There were some choice words about property taxes and crime or something. And anyway, so let's see, where is it? Anyway, Roswell, Georgia, though, number 5 on the list. I forgot what he was complaining about, but he didn't agree with the list. I can't find the text. Sorry. All right. Dirtiest cities: Baltimore, Sacramento, Charlotte, Los Angeles.
Sacramento.
Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm. Boston, San Antonio, Kansas.
No.
I agree. Oh, 100%. I bitched about this when Pat read this story last week. Boston I love that town. It is awesome. I love everything about it. Except for
I mean, it is aesthetically fun, but people are very angry.
Yes, they are.
Very angry. All of them have road rage. You can't get anywhere without somebody having road rage.
I'm telling you, not the same experience that I had. Everyone was nice. Everyone, it was weird. It was weird for this Southern boy to go to Boston expecting to be on the defensive at every turn and ended up loving every moment of it.
Seriously, I stayed in Texas for 2 months and then I went to Washington and then Boston. You know how I felt? Like I was back home in my shithole country. It was BLM flags on every church. There was pride flags everywhere.
I did say the politics is what ruins it. Yes.
It's horrible. And you know what made me feel at home in Boston? All the signs telling you what not to do.
All the who?
All the signs that tells you what not to do.
Okay.
Did you go to Benjamin Franklin's bar?
Oh,
the what?
I did.
Ben Franklin's bar. It's like the oldest bar in the history of the country, I guess. It's this tiny little off a.
So where his parents were buried. Those graveyards up there are creepy, man. They're so old and the stereotypical like Halloween graveyards, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I did go to Boston. Is great except for the people. I agree. The bar that had that sitcom going for a long time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, I went there. There I went.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the set.
No, but the front of it does. Because
Yeah,
it's,
the front of it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
it's called the Union. Is it the Union Oyster House? He's looking up his because the bar is really cool.
Jonathan, I'm gonna have to take that back because one of my great friends is actually from Boston, but she doesn't live there anymore. And
Love don't live here anymore.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try
That's
something.
the inside of the bar right there. It's that doesn't look like it. I mean, it was like tiny and.
Oh no, it was asses to elbows in there when I was there. So
that's a cool old ceiling. All tin and
afternoon,
stuff.
everybody.
Norm.
Thank you. I mean, I knew that
Norm
wasn't gonna get it, but you, sir, disappointed me.
No, I did get it.
It's too slow. It needs to be faster.
I was
afternoon, everybody.
Norm. I was
there was
letting you breathe.
There was a kid in high school who I swear he would go to the bathroom just so he could come back in. He looked just like Norm, and he would do that just to say "afternoon, everybody," and then we would interrupt this English class and be like Norm, and our teacher. I think he hated it, but he laughed. He was the youngest teacher in the school, so he was still kind of cool with it. But
you want to? I one time, Deb, I told you about sneaking onto the Paramount lot.
I don't think so.
You know, so I was out there and but when I lived in California, and I wanted to get one of my audition tapes to the casting director for Star Trek. It was Junie Lowry.
Oh wow!
And so I pull into the I pull up to the gate, the Paramount. You've seen it in the big Paramount Studios. I pull up, and the guard comes over the car, and I'm like, "Yeah, I have a tape to drop off to Junie Lowry's office. Do you have an appointment?" And dumb old me goes, "No." Oh, well, you'll have to. You know what? You can drop it off on the side. There's an office there over on the side. I'm like, well, damn it. So I get back I'm still in my car, drive around to the side, I park, I walk in, and it's this little tiny office, this lobby. And there's a bazillion people in there. And I'm thinking, if I leave my tape here, it'll never get to her. I'll never be a star. My life will be over. And then one day I'll end up on some stupid show on a Friday afternoon with someone from Finland.
Would suck if that ever happened.
Right.
I'm glad that never happened.
Right. Me too. So anyway, I thought there's no way I'm leaving my tape in here. And I went, there's got to be a better way to do this. So after having watched enough episodes of the Rockford Files, I got back in my truck. And I went back to the other gate. There was a different guard there at the other gate. So I pull up and, I'm Brad Staggs here to see Junie Lowry Johnson. Yeah, you have an appointment? This time I went, yes, I do.
Dr. Galakowicz.
And he pulls out his clipboard and he goes, I don't see your name on the list here anywhere. You want to call them and make sure that I said, yeah. And this was like 80, I don't know, 6 or no cell phones, whatever. So he says, just pull over there, pulls in the little parking spot. And there's a phone in that other guard shack, which is maybe, I don't know, 25 car width away, feet away. So I pull over, I park, I get out. And all this time I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to do? So I go into the other guard shack, I pick up the phone and I said, I hit operator. I said, yeah, give me the, I think it was Melrose Gate. Give me the Melrose Gate guard. And okay. And I see him pick up the phone.
Oh, nice.
He's like, this Officer Bob. I said, yeah, Bob, this is Steve over in Junie Lowry's office. There, Brad Staggs down there. Yeah, send him on through. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hung up the phone. I walked out of the guard shack. He goes, I got your pass. I'm like, no fucking way did that work.
It worked.
He says, you can just leave your truck there. Here's put the lanyard around my neck. I take the tape. I start walking. I go in, and it was just after MacGyver, I think, had wrapped up filming. So I walked into the MacGyver production office. At this point, I've just, balls as big as coconuts. It's like, this is my movie studio. So I walk in, I find some stationery and a clipboard. And I got to the stationery and clipboard. I'm just walking around at that point, just pretty much. And they were shooting, I think, Star Trek V at the time, one of the movies. And so I wandered through the set of that. And then I ended up, which is what made me think of it, in the studio where they were filming Cheers. And was it Cheers? Was it Cheers or Family Time? I think it was Cheers. So I wander up, I get up into the bleachers, and I'm just sitting there watching the run through. And I was there for probably 30 minutes before somebody comes up and he says, yeah, I see, I'm Junie Lowry's office. He said, well, this is a closed. I say, yeah, we're on lunch. And he says, yes, it's a closed rehearsal or whatever, closed set. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. He says, yeah, sorry about that. You can come back later. I walked out. I just continued. I spent like 2-3 hours wandering around Paramount Studios.
Did you get your tape delivered, though, to the right place?
I'm pretty sure I did.
And so what role did you end up with on Star Trek?
That's where the story takes a twisted, wicked turn there. And there was a fabulous with some woman from Papua New Guinea, I believe, and on a radio show. So I ended up on the radio. But that's
funny. I've been to Paramount Studios as well, you know.
Have you?
Oh wait, hold on, time out. This is breaking news. Hold on a second. So you actually understood his story? Because I was like, this is a great story. I hope that Norway can hear this. And you're telling me it's
stupid, or like what is the?
Because I thought maybe his microphone went to
no
Alienville, and you were just like, oh yeah.
She'd have that look on her face if it did.
Right. Okay.
Did I?
So time out. Before I want to hear your story, Mr. Reagan. But first, real Brad Staggs. You and Stu Bregeer, the executive producer for Glenn Beck. You two guys hold the distinction of being two-parters when I used to do the life stories, okay? And so, because you guys just never shut up. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Wow, right? Yeah. And so I needed to break it into two parts with Stu and with you. And at no point in the two parts, the 2 hours or so of you and I talking about your life, did that awesome story come up. I want a refund.
I saved that one for very special occasions.
Yeah, because you knew one day you'd be on some ridiculous Friday afternoon.
Some woman from France.
Right, yeah. So let's go back to Estonia. And Rebecca, tell us about your time at Paramount Studios.
I'm trying to find the picture, but I can't find it. Did I delete it? Because I'm deleting, I have 50,000 pictures on my phone, so I'm trying to get rid of a lot. Anyway.
How many unread emails do you have?
Oh, God, don't get me started.
How many? Come on.
Oh, God, just on my phone?
No, just in your email.
2,610 unread emails.
Okay, hang on.
And my ass.
Wait, how many does she have?
16,610, yeah.
And my primary email, my inbox says unread emails right now. 27,230 unread emails.
Yes.
That's not good.
That's good.
That's a brain that needs some. I need to go buy. Google's always asking me, buy more data. And I'm like, nah, I'll just delete a few files. We'll be good. And I'm always hovering at 98%. And so if somebody says, did you get the thing? Whatever. And then I go, oh, wait, hold on. I delete a few things. And then they can send it. Anyway, sorry, Rebecca, you went to Paramount Studios.
I think it's really sad that I deleted that picture because I had a picture of myself with, remember Sonic? The game?
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, yep.
Yeah. So when I went to Paramount Studios, they were just about to release the new Sonic movie.
There you go.
I like Sonic.
Yeah, stick with Sonic. It adds a certain flair to the conversation.
Sonic, sorry.
Yeah, no, seriously. When you go with the Luxembourg dialect.
Are you in Luxembourg, Mr. Eggins? I believe you are, yes.
Okay, you went there and they were filming Sonic.
No, they were about to release. So I have family in Los Angeles, right? So my American dad, which I call him, he worked with Paramount for years and years and years. So I just randomly went on a little trip with him for work. And then I got to walk around,
It's a cool old studio.
I mean, I didn't really go into the studio part of it. And are they functioning anymore?
Do they what?
Are they still filming stuff at Paramount? My impression is that it's kind of a little bit of dead.
No, well, movie studios in general are having problems because content, and you can't spend $400 bazillion on a movie and hope to make a decent return, especially when the movie is shit. But Skydance is merging, or I guess is acquiring Paramount Studios, and that's part of the problem is that they've got this outstanding lawsuit where Trump sued 60 Minutes, which is owned by the Paramount, Viacom Paramount, I guess, for what is it, $4 billion or $10 billion, and they have to wrap up that lawsuit before Paramount can get sold. But long story short, yes, they're still using the studio, but it's very old. It's where Star Trek was filmed. Historic, even.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember that because I'm 82, right? So
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Again, you are moisturized better than anyone I've ever seen your age.
Hey, does Norway ever have military parades where you go out there and you're like, look at our missiles and whatnot? Like, do you guys have any?
Do you want to see my missile?
No.
Oh.
No, we don't really have that. No.
Okay.
I don't have missiles.
I don't. Well, yeah, they depend on us for their missiles.
Right.
Yeah, we do actually. All our military is in the U.S. So.
Yeah.
Why buy it when you can rent it?
Right. So coming up on June 14th, apparently the birthday of one Donald Trump is the same as the 250th birthday for the U.S. Army, and so we now have. Looks like a military parade going to take place in the nation's capital on, well, it's Flag Day as well. So you can have a reason for anything. You can say it's the Army, it's Flag Day, but people, of course, are harping on the fact that it's Trump's birthday. Right. And so apparently we got 150 vehicles, 6,600 soldiers, 50 helicopters, 7 bands, a couple thousand civilians, and a pear tree. Yep, that's right here. Yep. So
this sounds like a lot like North Korea.
That is how I feel.
I have seen a military parade in Transnistria.
Where was this again?
So it's the outbreak republic that doesn't really exist because nobody acknowledges this as a country, but it's between Moldova and Ukraine. They have this little piece of land called Transnistria or Pindistrovie.
And that's where you're at right now, you said?
No. They have
to shove her missile up your ass in a minute.
You don't laugh at that.
I'm telling you, they have the most insane military parade.
Wow.
And then they have the diplomat from South Ossetia come in, and then Russia obviously shows up there sometimes, and they speak Russian. And yeah.
I don't like military parades. As
they're a little...
It makes me feel like I don't know. I don't
like
know.
North Korea.
Is it a stigma because of the countries in the past that have done the military parades, and then it shouldn't be unfairly applied to our military? Or, like, in other words, if North Korea and China and Russia, if they never did any of this stuff, and all of a sudden we decided, hey, you know what? We've got a novel idea. Let's do a military parade. Would we be as creeped out by that?
Seems like a big dick contest to me.
That's exactly what I thought. It's almost like they're unzipping their pants and they're like, yeah, look at this. Oh, yeah, well, now look at this. And oh, my gosh, it's exactly the analogy I thought. Yep.
It gets hard hefting that thing up onto the table.
It gets hard lifting it up on the table, or it's
for you too?
Oh my God.
Like, are you saying that it gives your... Never mind. You know what?
What is wrong with you two?
You're talking about a backache issue, like, because it's
right.
Okay, I'm moving on.
Wow,
So I don't know that this is. It sounds like it's going to be a thing on June 14th. It's going to be interesting. And you know another thing, and this is seriously, I don't know that I like my a large part of the thing. Where's the audio coming from? Being
sorry, that was just lifting it up onto the table.
All in one place. I don't need a concentration of U.S. armed forces like that. But that's just me.
I can slide it back off.
Concentration. Why do I hear what is happening?
I don't know.
Oh gosh. Okay, I want to play this video for you. Okay, I want to get your feedback on this. And I guess the question really is just what's your take? Like, let's rank. Let's do this. Let's rank based on the limited evidence that we have provided for us in this video. Who is at fault? Most at fault and least at fault. That's how a list works, Keith. Let's see here. Let me try to get
this video.
this video. Okay, so context looks like we're at a Steelers game. I don't know. It looks like it's there. And there's some argument here between this woman on the right and the dude with the dreads. And so let's just press play and then let's see what happens.
Oh, boom.
Oh no. Now the husband steps in. Oh, that's a. Oh, he's out. Down goes Frazier. Okay. There you go. Did y'all hear? I love the guy who goes, "Get him his glasses."
She hit him first.
Hit him first.
His glasses.
Get down. Look at her yelling at her husband.
Sit down.
All right, so let's drag this back to the beginning.
Did she hit first?
You know, I'm gonna kill the audio there because there's too much screaming.
So many pie holes moving.
So many pie holes. So we don't know Rebecca. This is the first shot. As you can see, he's leaned back, and her hand is. Well, no, she's not hitting him. Okay.
No,
so
she's
on.
like in his face with
Hang
her
on.
hand.
Yep, hang on. I think he's doing this, putting his hand up to say, "All right, back off."
You know.
Okay, so their hands were locked. I don't know. We're shielded, so we don't know exactly where the physical contact. Okay, but hang on. Do you see the slap there? Okay, the slap actually comes from her first.
Looks like she tried to slap him. He held her hand back, and then she pulled her hand away and just went at him.
Oh gosh, with her other hand, yeah. Now he's like, "What in the hell?" And now, okay, the husband gets in here. Now,
Well, he didn't swing either just then. He just
right. He's just like, "Stay back, stay back." Okay.
put his glasses back on. What?
Okay, now he eliminates the closest threat, which is her, and then gets her taken care of. And now he's going to subdue the husband with this shot right here. Oh, good night. Oh gosh, good night. Good night.
What did was it the punch that took the dude down, or was it hitting his head on
his head on the seat afterward? Oh god.
Yeah, that's a head.
Okay, so do we want to rank who's at fault here in order based on the limited evidence there that we have provided for us? Who wants to chime in?
Go, Rebecca. Do it.
And you know what? Another question is, a lot of people are saying you just don't hit a woman under any circumstance. And there's that element as well. So what say you?
He should he could have not hit her the way he hit her. She's obviously at fault slapping him. She shouldn't have slapped him either. I mean, why turn to violence? Even though I do want to slap some people sometimes. That's putting it mildly.
Is it okay? But under no circumstances should a man hit a woman, or is that not your position?
I'm saying under most circumstances, don't hit another person. Period. Like it doesn't matter. But the fact that he's a stronger, like big, strong man hitting a woman.
Oh, wait a minute. So it needs to be a proportional response, is what you're saying?
Yeah. He could have held her down. Like he didn't have to hit her.
Interesting. Brad?
He could have held her down. Well, and I would say, and I'm kind of with you. It's the it's not very Sean Connery, a school of self-defense, because he faked her there.
Yeah.
She slapped, and he was like,
you know what? Here's what I think happened. I honestly don't think he intended on hitting her even after she hit him. I think what happened was when he got his attention split to the husband, and he is now focusing on the husband. So watch it again with this setup. All right. The slap happens. He wants to subdue her. Now the husband comes up, and while he's facing the husband, she comes in and hits him again. I think that's what happens, and now he has no choice, I think. See? Okay, now watch this. Okay, now he acts like it, right? Now he's doing this. Well,
and then she hits him over the
head with something.
He may have actually missed hitting the guy and accidentally hit her.
What a mess.
It is a mess. But I mean, the real question is, if she hit him, does he have the right to hit her back?
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of does, but I mean, you should be the bigger person and, okay, not do it.
but that pie hole, man, that was just.
But I mean,
pie hole was just.
Sit down.
Do
Joey.
feminists count as women, Jonathan? I don't know.
What now? What
Count as women?
Feminists. And so, and I don't
Okay.
know what she said. So
I would like to know what started this. Honestly.
I don't like people hitting each other to begin
Right.
with, but
I agree. It hurts.
I've been hit by a man, so I know how that feels.
Ooh, was that a closed fist?
Yes.
What the hell? Did you kick his ass? Did you
No.
flee?
Did you ask for it?
Did you ask for it? Did you start it?
No, his little brother started it.
Oh no, how old were you?
I don't remember.
Back when you were younger, 79?
Something like that. I was at a party and
Uh-oh.
You're such a
Alcohol
wallflower. I can't
Alcohol
imagine.
was involved, isn't it?
And
It was really
Imagine
involved.
you
shit.
getting involved in a kerfuffle, being
And
a
there was
quiet.
this little piece of shit, and he was being really mouthy and rude. And so I told him, shut the fuck up, or I'll hit you over the head with my beer bottle. And he couldn't contain himself. So I smacked him over the head with a beer bottle. So this 5-year older man came in and punched me in the face with a closed fist. Yeah.
Wow.
But what happened later is that I saw this little piece of shit again, and I kicked his ass in a field. Yeah, I was rogue back then.
How old were you?
Anyway, 17.
17. What's the
She
age?
was a wild young filly, wasn't she?
What is the
I'm still a wild old filly.
She was a wild old filly.
No,
I
but
mean,
I mean, don't start shit if you don't want. I mean, don't start shit if you don't want to
right?
finish it. You know.
So it was
For the record, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't start shit with you. I just,
Yeah.
for the record.
For the
I don't hit anymore.
oh,
Oh, I bet one of us could piss you off enough.
But remember that we can hire people to murder
Threaten me.
for us for like $500. We'll send a 12-year-old to shoot you. So just keep that.
That's a good point.
Threatened me earlier, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Jonas says, partying with beer and F words at 7. Oh, she said 17. Never mind.
okay, so hang on a second. What's this man versus gorilla thing? 100 men versus a gorilla.
I don't know, but I keep hearing about
Give
that.
yourself a popsicle before we see this, because I'm gonna need to chew on something.
Oh, sorry, just moving the bell.
Well, all of a sudden, like the audience that was about to bail, they're like, "Wait a minute,
Hold on. We're not going anywhere.
there's gonna be a popsicle
Where were you?
coming up here." Okay. I'll stay tuned. In fact, let me send this to my brother and my uncle and my cousin and my.
Hey, while we're waiting, hang on a second. I wanted you to see this because have you seen this thing? Yeah, you ready?
Look, this is free content. I'd like to point.
Hold on. I'm going to play it, but you got to bring my screen up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta bring your.
You're
让闺蜜感动哭的礼物，自在就以高跟鞋。爱人社恐不好意思穿，没事。艾特闺蜜，一人一双，陪你风光。早高峰直接站票变坐票。和闺蜜去逛街累了，直接随地大手做。川剧踏青春游，分分钟出大片。这样拍，这样拍，这样拍。拍累口渴了，咱们有椅子有桌子。让闺蜜感动哭的礼物。
No, keep. Hold on. Let it keep playing. Okay.
自在就以高跟鞋。爱人社恐不好意思穿，没事。
Yeah. Keep going. Get right there.
陪你风光。
That's as fast as they can walk.
站票变坐票，和闺蜜去逛街累了，直接随一人一双陪你风光。早高峰直接站票变坐票，和闺蜜去逛街累了，直接随
You
地
know
大
what
手
you know what he's saying. You know what he's saying, don't you?
I don't know. It's Italian. What's he saying?
These are neat.
These are neat.
He just keeps saying these are neat over and over. These are neat.
They're not neat.
They're different. Would you wear those?
No.
Who? I wasn't asking you. You wouldn't wear those?
No.
Why?
They're so practical.
Everything's wrong with that. Everything.
What flavors you got there on your little popsicle?
It's strawberry and it's orange, and then there's a little bit of chocolate.
What a strange combination.
Is that a
Then
rocket pop?
you eat the orange off, and then you eat the strawberry.
Damn straight you do. And don't you ever Don't you ever?
What if you do it in a different order? No, don't answer. Sweet Lord.
You guys are horrible.
What? You're starting all this. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who would win? I talked to our security guard.
I'm sorry, I have to go put pants on.
I talked to a security guard at the Blaze about this story, and he's like, I don't know who would win. I just want to see guys die.
Is it just like there's no weapons, right? Just hands.
Yeah, I think it's just
the gorilla will win.
100 men. No.
You don't think 100 guys could kill the gorilla?
No. Have you
volunteering online to Mr. Beast about this?
Have you seen one? I saw one recently.
Yeah.
I went to Switzerland and I went to the zoo there, and I saw a female gorilla. The male was too far away. Silverback, female silverback.
Right.
You have any idea how big and fucking scary those things?
Yeah.
And hairy.
I'm betting on the gorilla for sure.
I'm kind of with her.
I'm just trying to think of it because you make a good point there. I don't know how many of the 100 men could be on the gorilla at a time. See what I'm saying? You can't. It's not like you've got this crush of 100 guys, right? There's only like 5 or 6 that can physically get to him.
Oh my God! Yes. Jonathan says he wants to see you and Keith, Brad and Keith race in those little Korean thingies you showed. I agree.
How do you know it's Korean?
The tariffs.
What else is
How much do they cost now?
Yeah,
they've gone up from $2 to probably $200 a pair.
Right. I can't afford more than one pair now.
I will
race.
race.
Have to do it on one.
If you order those, I will race you. Are we gonna break our ankles though, man? I'm old.
If you do, you can just sit down.
Oh yeah, you just rest halfway through the race.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
What's the guy saying? What does he say? Hotake, hotake, hotake.
Hotake.
What's the phrase? I got to start mixing in this phrase.
You ready?
政治踏青春有分分钟期大片，这样拍，这样拍，这样拍。
So young pie. Did she fart?
Yeah. Rewind that, because then it goes.
I'm pretty sure that was a fart right in the middle.
Oh, that's what they're saying when she's sitting.
期大片，这样拍，这样拍，这样拍，拍累。
Okay.
It sounds like it says, "Show your pie, show your pie, show your pie."
Give me that nice beaver. You know how to show it.
There you go, Brad.
Every little thing.
Brad, I'm gonna start letting the emoji balls talk for me.
Nice beaver. You know how to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, back to the gorilla and men thing.
Man.
The possessed emoji.
That's right.
Okay, talk to us about do you have an answer, a different answer on that?
Have you changed you want to change your mind yet?
Yep. Are you locking in your answer?
I'm saying gorilla.
Gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you're I do.
Hold on a second, because I'm just curious. Fighting a What if? Mr. Cotta. No, I just asked. I asked Grok to show me wax on. I said, show me 100 men fighting a midget gorilla. And remember, we've had this problem before with Grok not wanting.
Oh yeah, midget action.
Except this time.
Oh. You tell me.
And this is kind of. Let's see. How can I do this? Gorilla Uno. I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. I'm building the tension. This is how we build the tension.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. While you do that, okay?
Shit, I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't.
While you work on that, I want to throw this out there because I learned something this week. A nice lady contacted me and said something along the lines of, because I post so many pictures of my dogs.
Got it.
Okay, I'll come back to that here.
All
and
right.
I just want to know if you guys have heard of this, okay? She said, you post a lot of pictures of your dogs, and there's a conspiracy theory about that. Are you guys aware of it's a QAnon conspiracy theory, and it goes like this.
Washing puppies?
Not quite, but when a celebrity or a political insider or somebody posts a picture, well, here, let me just read it.
Good idea.
Yeah, let me just read it, Malinak. So let's see here. So, okay, for example, Dan Scavino posted a picture of a dog right before the Pope died. Okay. Now, obviously, obviously the Pope was not in the best of health there. Or no, I'm sorry. I posted a pic the day before the Pope died. That's what she was saying. So clearly, I knew that the death of the Pope was coming. And so she was saying Dan Scavino posted a picture the day before. I forgot who died. Maybe it was Bin Laden or not Bin Laden. It was somebody. Who was the other terrorist that we got? Anyway, and so apparently, if you look it up, it is a thing. And the Q Conspiracy Theory Dictionary, that if someone with political connections posts a picture of a dog, then you're about 24 hours away from someone getting off.
But
so boy, as much as I post dog pictures, a lot of people will be dying.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, like, I don't know if you've been around the Western world, like, people love dogs.
Right, that's the only reason I post.
They're so good with hot sauce.
Ew.
Have you ever eaten dog?
No.
Well, then don't knock it.
Of course I'm knocking it. It's a pet. I don't eat cats either.
It tastes a little rough.
Oh, gosh.
Ew.
I think that was the next ad after those little Korean shoes. Sorry. Okay, so what am I putting on the screen here?
Who wants to help wash my puppy?
Am I putting something on the screen here?
Yes, the thing.
God, no.
What? That was Grok having 100 men fighting a midget gorilla, and he did.
Oh my!
No, you could take that gorilla. I mean, that's
a midget. It's a midget gorilla.
So
that's not very nice to say. And that was because they always give you two choices. That was the first choice. The second,
no. Okay.
There's your other midget gorilla.
First of all, Grok can't count. That's not 100 guys.
You don't know that.
A couple dozen guys.
1, 2.
And honestly, now that I see it in pictures, I'm 100% rooting for the animal. And both of these scenarios.
It is kind of...
I mean,
are these twins? Is this Jose and Jose B?
That's Dumb and Dumber right there.
Dumb and Dumber. And then
we could take him. Come here, Joey.
What's this guy's issue? Hey, what are y'all looking at?
It looks like they're all like made from, like, come from their brother and their sister married.
And okay, so Grok.
You mean from Arkansas?
Picture of 100 guys who are products of incest.
Yeah,
they're gonna take on a midget gorilla.
This gorilla.
I'm rooting for the gorilla.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is gorilla's wondering which one he's gonna kick ass first on. So that was number one, and these guys look like they might have a better shot.
But there's more of them there. I don't know, man.
Does that say fried pea?
No, scroll zoom in.
That's as close as
fried pea.
Fried pea,
dude.
Anybody wants a fried pea?
And what hellhole are we in? Where these cars are like? It's like cars in Cuba that where time stopped in 1959, and then they put it in the desert.
Well,
that's a pretty setting though.
Technically, I shouldn't really be revealing this to you, but this is actually on the other side of the street from. You can see out my.
I see
out the back of the drone here. I'm actually facing this part. It's in front of me. You can't see me.
So you have a front row seat of.
I do. I can see the midget gorilla wrestling is always to the death is always on Friday nights.
Right, and it used to air on TBS Superstation.
It did, but yeah.
So now, does the sun not set where you're at? I mean,
that's the moon. Anybody can tell that is the moon.
90 minutes.
Not the sun.
It's just been hovering above the horizon.
It's the moon. In that, because the sun can't be in both places behind me and in front of me, so one of them is obviously the moon.
You can't do it, right? So let me take
Why
that
do you have
down
to complicate?
because I want to share this. Speaking of conspiracy theories, we have a conspiracy theory out of the Pope's funeral. I don't know if you saw this. There's apparently a body double for Melania, as you can see. People are saying that's not her.
That's a dude.
Oh, wow.
Why are they saying that's not her?
They just said it doesn't look like her, and
It's a dude.
I mean, it looks like her. It's just a weird angle and a weird
shadowing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a man. Why would Melania wouldn't wear that?
It was a funeral, bro.
She still wouldn't wear that.
So you're saying it's not her?
A picture of her? Do you have a picture of her in like full
regalia?
She was wearing, so I can see that, because I can see her wear a whale. Whale. Yeah.
Whale. Melania Trump Pope funeral.
Thank you. Did you find something? Let me know when you want me to put your screen up there, because right now it's still
a bunch of people puppy washing.
No, I told you, don't open that tab during the show, bro.
Friday night is for puppy watching and washing. So maybe that is her, but that's okay. Still kind of looks like a dude.
Wow.
No, it's her.
How dare you demean our first lady like that?
Well, is that the best picture of her? Come on.
No, it's not the best picture of her, but it's definitely her. I mean,
yeah,
why would she not be there and Trump be there? That makes no sense. Like, if she's scared for her life, she wouldn't, Do
you guys ever get worried about the excess skin up underneath your neck, like doing what Trump's is doing there?
Zoom in on that. I know what you're talking about. I think we're all going to get there with this phone generation now.
Well, I saw a picture of myself the other day, and it was from below, and I looked, and I thought I could see it kind of swinging down here, and I'm like, oh wow, shit. I got swinging skin.
Oh, really? See, I don't have that, but I could see it happening. I'll just keep a beard on the rest of my life.
If I do that, does it go?
You just got to grow a beard and just leave it there. Rebecca,
can you move if I slap it?
I mean, we have something called like a neck lift, so I'm not too concerned.
A necklet?
Lift. It's called surgery.
Oh, where they go in and they do a little nip tuck?
They just cut it all off and make you look
like this?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my goal in life, is to be
like I'd look better.
110, because I'm 82 now, so 110.
Again, you look good for 82.
Full face and just
Brad, that's a little tight. That is some taut skin.
I'm glad you noticed.
So
because of my moisturizer from Sugar Creek Goods at allnaturalmojo.com.
Oh, it's allnaturalmojo.com?
I'm scared to ask about the ingredients in this, because
in what? In this?
Yeah.
Or
don't open
in this please. What? No, you want to know? Because I can tell you ingredients in this.
It's allnaturalmojo.com.
It's all natural because it's from Sugar Creek Goods. Hold on. Just hold your horses.
Oh, he needs his glasses.
Shut your dirty whore mouth, Keith. Shea butter, jojoba oil, argan oil, aloe vera, jasmine, ylang ylang. Is that how you say that?
Sure.
Ylang ylang.
Yeah.
Patchouli and cinnamon oil. Sugar Creek Goods moisturizing cream called Windy Day. If you want to look pretty on a windy day, try Windy Day moisturizing cream from Sugar Creek Goods at allnaturalmojo.com. And be like me.
Yeah, you got any of that honey laying around the studio?
It's in my belly.
Did you ever get high off of it?
No. Remember when you and I did it? And we were like, pretty soon we were like laying on the floor, naked and stuff. We were like, hey, wash your puppy.
I told you. That story's not for air. Okay, so I know you watch Black Mirror, Brad. I already asked Rebecca. She does not. I do not. I've never seen it. So, but I just have a question. Okay, I don't want to get into the minutia of the show or why I don't watch it or whatever. Which I plan to.
What about the details? Will you get into the details of the show though?
Listen to me. Somebody posted this, but apparently there were two versions of the same episode. Like there were different.
We're wearing Rebecca out. She's over there like rubbing it, going, "Damn it, why?"
This is reminding me of Goosebumps, the books where you could like choose your outcome,
choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
You could choose your outcome in Goosebumps.
Yeah, you could choose a path, and it would take you to a different like end of the story.
And then when you died, you would just go back and say, "F that! I'll just start."
Yeah, I'll do the other one. Yeah.
Oh.
You never knew if you finished those books.
No, exactly.
Mine was the Choose Your Own Adventure, but it sounds like Goosebumps, same thing. And it's like you never knew if you covered every page or not. Frustrating as hell.
No, because you didn't. You have to do like all of the paths if you did.
See, I read Hardy Boys. That was before your time.
Not before her.
I'm 82.
Oh, that's true. You probably read the Hardy Boys and Goosebumps. I forgot. What were you going to ask me? What was the question? Black Mirror.
Well, apparently they changed details. Like these people were going back and forth talking about how they watched the same episode, but like there was a different colored dress in one.
What episode?
I don't know. Whatever episode aired around April 10th.
Well, it's so the latest batch.
I guess I don't know.
There wasn't anything. There wasn't a weird. No.
Okay, the episode titled "Bete Noir."
Oh yeah.
Okay, and so there's a stark difference between our episodes. This person and this person's friend.
So that's like a thing because it says different versions.
Excuse me. When strangers on the internet are talking about it, now you believe it. But when I say it.
Exactly. Well, I trust them. I don't trust you.
Report back.
Oh, so they did that on purpose.
Right. Yes. Yeah. It's like,
but didn't tell anybody.
Right. You're in your own Black Mirror now. You know
those bastards.
Oh,
that's devious.
You feel played.
No, I don't. I think that's genius.
Okay, you don't feel played at all.
I don't feel played. I think because that's a good thing. Why do you neither one of you watch Black Mirror? Is there a reason?
I'm busy doing these silly live streams.
Coming up with questions like, what's the weirdest hobby you never tried when you were an adult with adult children?
Wait, what was this?
Exactly. What was your favorite hobby food that you used to eat when you were in underwater basket weaving when you were 7? But so is there? So you're too big. You just don't think it's good. And so what about you, Rebecca?
Explain what Black Mirror is about to Devin and the rest of us.
Okay, so Black Mirror is an anthology. Is it an anthology? It kind of is because they're kind of intertwined. But it's like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, from what I understand about it, it sounds like a modern version of the Twilight.
It's a modern version of Twilight Zone, but Black Mirror, the reason it's called Black Mirror is that everything is centered around technology, and the reason it's called Black Mirror is because if you hold up, this is the Black Mirror.
Yeah. There was no like every episode stands on its own.
It does, but they're all the universe that it creates. They'll reference subtly other. You'll go, oh, that was in this other episode too. Like
because the Twilight Zone is kind of like linear, so it's not really.
Yeah, so it's see. Okay, so is it not? It's not. Yeah, it's standalone.
Standalone episodes. Yeah.
Episodic would be. Is episodic the opposite of anthology?
Boy, that I don't know. But
anyway, you don't have to watch them in order. That's the bottom line. They're not necessarily. Now, there are a couple of episodes from different seasons that are sequels to each other. But short of that, no, they're all standalones. And they're fascinating because it looks at how technology has affected our lives. In some cases, it's about a technology that allows you to come back after you're dead or to store your consciousness on the cloud so that you can experience, longevity after you've died, that sort of thing. But the reason, Rebecca, you haven't watched it is because it never looked interesting. You don't like quote unquote horror, sci-fi. Is there a reason?
I watched like the 2 first episodes or so of the first season when they came out, but yeah, no, I just
didn't push your button. Okay.
I'm 82. I have like 110-year-old soul.
Set.
Old British crime story.
You're set in your waves. That's just it. I think that because if you are into true crime, that sort of thing, there's a lot of that kind of interwoven in.
I am into true crime, but I'm not like a huge fan of science fiction. I need it to be like tangible for me.
You're describing Black Mirror.
I just watched the full new documentary on the Golden State Killer from HBO, where it looks at that killer from
the chick that the author Anne Oswald's wife.
Yes,
really
great documentary, by the way.
Fabulous, yeah, absolutely.
I like
if you gave Black Mirror another shot, I think you might like it. And again, you might not.
But hold on. Would you put Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul on her to-do list before Black Mirror?
Yes, absolutely.
And of course, you know that the greatest TV show of all time is that what is it? 10 episodes, 8 episodes of 1883, like the prequel of Yellowstone. It is so good.
I know people that are arguing would say 1923 is actually better than.
I haven't gotten to the latest season. I was waiting for them to all come out before I start watching them. I'm not going to sit here and do it old school. Like, I know that Rebecca, being 82, you remember when you'd have to wait every week for one episode to come out. You couldn't record it. You just had to make sure you were in front of your damn TV every week at a certain time.
I remember.
Yeah.
When talkies came out, Rebecca, was that amazing to you when they put sound to picture? Was that like the best invention you think of your lifetime?
How does the world react to that?
It was absolutely amazing. Everybody was so happy.
Was Betsy Ross a bitch?
For 10 years.
Well, very nice.
Yeah, an interesting question there. Betsy Ross.
Was Betsy Ross a bitch?
Yeah, tell
I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know what we're.
And you call yourself an American?
Is that a Western show?
Yes, Betsy Ross was a Western show.
I've seen
it's about a captain of an old sailing ship.
Okay, so 1883. You have seen that, huh, Rebecca?
No, if it is a Western thing, I don't know. I know there's a show called some type of year that's like old Western.
Yeah, please go back.
That was called 24. That was an old Western show. 24.
That's when they had to stop that terrorist attack.
They did, right? Yes, and the Earps and the Grundys, the Earps and the Grundys, and they met up at the Okie Dokie Cantina.
Rebecca, I promise I'm about to let you go because I know that
she is so pissed off at me.
Old and it's late.
This dude is such a.
What time is it in Switzerland?
I don't know.
Is it true that Friday night is for washing puppies in Switzerland?
Oh my gosh!
God,
I don't think it is. I don't think that's washing puppy night.
1883 is a Western show.
Yeah, that's what. Yes.
I had to Google it because I can't trust you guys.
Oh no, you can trust me.
There will be a quiz on every episode, and there's the greatest scene of all time in television is in that.
What is the name of that? There is a character.
5 for Fighting.
Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of. 5 for Fighting on the plains.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes whipping.
It will come to me at some point.
Okay, so I have a question for y'all before we wrap up here. I had a story last week that I didn't get to. Somebody left a phone, or they lost their phone, and the plane didn't want to risk flying with a phone. They couldn't find it anywhere, and I have looked for details on this story. It never is explained. What's that?
I heard, no, I keep going. I remember some detail about this story, which sounded crazy.
Okay, all right, okay. And so they're an hour into the flight. I think it's taken off from France. They're over the damn water. They circle back because they can't find this phone, and they don't want to fly with the lithium battery risk. And they never said why they returned back to the airport. It's the weirdest thing. And so, if you find another detail, Brad, please share.
I do. Well, it says the story's on Vice, and it says, and let me see if I can stick this thing over here. Can tell me if you can feel it when I put it over here. Can you feel that?
I feel a cat purring.
That's weird. That is a huge.
Yeah, we know.
Why did this plane turn around after someone lost their phone mid-flight? Passenger aboard a recent Air France flight caused trouble to come calling. See what they did there?
You're gonna accept the cookies, aren't you? So that you can scroll down on the story.
No, I'm just gonna hit X and get out of them.
Oh,
that's the secret way. That probably automatically accepts them. You're right. Oh, for sure.
Okay, what do we got here?
Passenger aboard a recent Air France flight caused trouble to come calling. On March 21st, a flight from Paris to Pointe-à-Pitre, Guadalupe, which in Swahili does mean midget gorilla, was forced to turn around after a passenger misplaced their phone. According to 1 Mile at a Time, the Independent reported the incident occurred 1 hour after the plane's departure. Despite crew members and passengers assisting in the mid-air search for the phone, it could not be located. Thus, the aircraft was forced to turn around as a precautionary measure. For the outlet, the plane landed back in Paris 2 hours after it originally left. 1 Mile at a Time. Once they touched down, ground personnel boarded the plane, conducted another search for the phone.
Right.
Efforts were okay. Why would this?
Who
be
gives a fuck? It's a phone.
Right.
Stop.
And how many times does this happen?
There's
when
more to
we
this.
don't even know?
There is more.
There
to
has
this.
to be.
Like it was a bomb phone or something.
Right.
Come on. Something.
It was a phone like the story that Rebecca that I sent you about Clock Boy. After you read that. Was that not insane?
There's something there, man. There's something else.
Yeah, there's something that is not right.
Okay, so we need to keep an eye on that story. And
Air France did not clarify why turning the plane around was a necessary response to a missing phone. However, the outlet speculated that the device's lithium-ion batteries were to blame.
Bullcrap. There's something else here.
There is, because that makes no sense.
Right.
How many times do people lose their phones on planes and not say anything about it?
Right. They're just like, oh hell, I left my phone.
Right.
I guess I have to get a new one.
And just because this person said something,
that is why you keep a lock screen, whether it's a pattern or a code. Because if you lose that thing, you don't want people getting into that.
Not with all the pictures I got of my puppies on there.
Oh my God.
What
did you hear about the
was that her laughing at me?
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Wow.
She's thinking you're lost. Seriously.
These Armenians are mean people.
Right. Thank you. Someone had to say it. Okay, so did you hear about the student that was rescued from Mount Fuji? And so they had this effort to go and rescue him, and so everything was great. And then he realized
I love her cat.
Then he realized that he left his phone up there. And so he had to trek back up there.
Did you go back up a Fuji?
And needed to be rescued yet again.
Look at me,
Can't you just get a new phone at that point?
No kidding.
I mean, stop it, bro. One last video. I want to play this, and then we'll get out of here.
Cat love.
He is looking at us like.
Well,
He's saying, "I want to go to bed. You're keeping my granny up."
Your face.
Hang on a second. Is this a good use of humanoid robots? And you know what? Hang on a second.
This got involved.
We have not played any animal videos.
That is not an animal. That's a bird.
You know what? I can't play this because it kills the audio for us, and it pisses me off.
No. So, you've got a. Is that an Insta?
No.
Is that from IG?
No, it's not playing it from here. Just watch this bird. Watch it how it raises the water with the rock so it can drink.
Those birds are smart as hell.
Yeah, they are. Did you also know that birds are dinosaurs? Anyway, yeah, they're really smart. Did you magpies? Sorry, nobody can hear remember you for generations. If you piss one off, you're dead for the next 100 years.
Magpies, you say, can remember you for generations?
Yeah. Their offspring they don't even know, like they could have never seen you, but when they see you, they know you are you. Yeah. It's insane because we have a lot of magpies here in Norway, and I never fuck with those because I know they're gonna be coming for me.
I never fuck with the Norwegian blackbirds or magpies.
Mob. I'm not joking, and they're
like the mob
for generations. Google it.
Okay, I will. But I love how and I can't play the video because you can't hear us commenting. But it just raises the water until it can drink it. It uses the rocks.
It's amazing. They're smart.
It's insanely amazing.
I mean, oh my God. They're not as smart as pussycats, but
why, Rebecca? Why were you talking about the birds in Norway? What's Norway have to do with anything?
Because crows and magpies are just as smart.
Did you say prows?
Crows.
Oh, okay. So I swear you said prows. Crow.
Okay. And magpies. They're just as smart.
Have you ever heard of that band that does that song Omaha, Counting Crows?
Yes. I love them. They open for the Monrovian Magpies.
Is that right? Hey,
Is
real
that right?
quick,
That's where Rebecca is in Monrovia.
look at this. Why can't you set fire to these Oreos? Look at that. What's that all about?
I thought there was a punchline coming. Can you light my Oreo on fire? I don't know, but boy, it's killing me.
Boy, that's edible.
Okay. Look at the time. Is it already that time?
Hold on. I want to play this robot. This seems like an actual practical use for a robot here. Watch this. It's spraying pesticides. I don't know.
That's a new breastfeeding robot. That's the prototype right there.
That's a prototype. Okay.
That's a prototype. They got to turn down the pressure a little bit.
I see. Let me read this to you real quick, and then I'll let you leave mercifully.
Crowds are good pets, says Deb Treadway.
Did you remember last week I hit you with the 1912 8th grade examination from Bullitt County, Kentucky schools? Well, this time, at your request, which was a wise one, I have the answers. So now you can know if you got it wrong or right. Probably not going to get it right. So let me just, you want to do some arithmetic here?
Huh? I'm sorry. What?
Write this down. Let's see your answers. Hold them up for the class. Write this
I don't
down.
have anything to write on here.
I don't have any paper. Can I have some paper?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't bring any. Am I got a piece of paper I can use?
Call your parent.
You did not say there was going to be A, math, B.
I'm going to make you do a 1912 question every.
I'm late from the new concert by Swedish Blasphemy, by the way, and I'm looking.
Swedish Blasphemy. All right, you ready? Write this down. 5,764 10,000ths. I'm reading the test, kids. 5,764 10,000ths.
Okay, so 0.05764.
5,764 10,000ths. Now, let me write. I'm going to write the answer
because I just made some shit up.
We're going to see. Woo! Hey, here you got it right. All right. I can't see your little writing there.
It's like
Brad, you're close.
I am so.
Rebecca actually got it right.
I did?
WTF? Yep. No, it's 0.5764 according to not the zero.
Oh, see, because that's gay. I gotta go.
So gay.
Is it gay or retarded?
It's gay. It's retardedly gay.
I'm really trying to find the magpie joke, and I can't remember it. It's
trying to find my reason to be.
More than 2 magpies, it's murder or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a crow. Yeah, it's a murder of crows.
A murder of cranes. All right. Hey, thanks so much, kids, for playing. Now, so Brad, you're not going to be here next week, and I'm going to cry.
No, you won't.
Rebecca, have you changed your mind on being here?
Rebecca.
No,
I'm gonna have to knock Norway into your head. So we're gonna do a Norwegian quiz next week.
Oh yeah. Look up a 1912 8th grade Norwegian test, and then we'll do the questions here. That'll be fun.
Man,
okay.
I'm gonna miss all the good shit.
So Brad, thedailymojo.com.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you become like an insider? What do you guys have?
You go to thedailymojo.com and you click on Insider Club, and then you decide how much you love me and or the Daily Mojo, and how much you don't want us to go away. Because at any point in time, I mean, the whole thing could just go.
And that would suck.
Man. And it would suck. Although it would be a great mystery, though, because I would disappear and people would what happened to him? Wasn't he somebody somewhere? And nope.
Oh. And then in 2 weeks,
right, exactly. And then it'd be like Brad who.
And follow him at Real Brad Staggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow morning you'll be on at 10 a.m. Eastern. That'll be fun. Rebecca, you're at our Mistereggen. Mistereggen.
Yeah.
And where else can people find you? Is that the only place you want people to
Yeah, well, it's there, and if you're Norwegian, you can find me a document, obviously.
TV. Yeah.
Her address is 23557 Northwestern Avenue.
Sugarland.
Sugarland. Oh, so if anybody missed the Thursday live stream yesterday, it's in the article pinned to the top here, as are all the episodes we've done. We do the
Just go to the Audio Hall of Fame and you'll find it right there at the top. It's a fine example.
Yesterday we talked about the death of Kurt Cobain, and real quick, let me just say that a week from yesterday, so the next week's Thursday deep dive, we're going to talk about how the U.S. Revolutionary War actually started. See, you think you know, but there's now the rest of the story.
If you want to watch something completely different, you can go to my pin post and you can find conservative psychiatry there, where we make fun of feminists.
Let's see that.
Is at our Mistereggen?
Yeah, on my Twitter. If you go to my pinned posts, like there's its own section, I think. Scroll down, or you can find it at psychobabble.com. There is its own channel.
Okay.
Because those are funny. It's my friend Anna Spear. She's a psychiatrist, and we just dig at feminists.
Nice.
We did a special episode about all those people that started screaming when Trump won. That was fun.
Good. So I know that the sun in Norway comes out for about 5 minutes every day. Brad, is the sun about to set where you're at?
It is. It gets really dark here when the sun does go down, so it's really kind of strange. I mean, it's
very good. Hey,
the sun just went down.
Have a fun, have a safe weekend, and my goodness, I swear, Tanner is so smart. He knows when I'm wrapping up. Like, do I sound the same every time? Okay. All right. Bye. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
I'm gonna wash my puppies. Bye.
Okay. And